All right, let's make this video quick. Um, Installing guide plates, push rods, and studs for stud mounted rockers, and then we'll get into a little bit of how to install the rockers. There's a ton of videos on it, so I'll make it quick. There's only a handful of ones on the stud guides. It's because they're super simple. You would think it'd be complicated, but they're not. You just pretty much throw them underneath your studs and bolt them down. But come take a look real quick and a little bit of tips and tricks and stuff. So help somebody out. All right. So when you get them, you'll have these two separate pieces here. AFR marks them left and right. Some of them come are already together. These are a little more adjustable. Not that there's really much to do with them. So some guys will just center up their push rods, as much as they can, and then you just torque them down. I like to go just one step further. I'll get these tight, right, but you can still move them around a little bit. What I'll do is I'll throw on my rockers. And you'll see that your push rod will get centered up how it's supposed to be. You see your guide plates in the middle down there moving. So center up your rockers to where you want them to go. And as much as you can, hand tight these down. And then easily slide your rockers up. And there you go. That's where you want to torque these. Sorry, that's where you want to torque these down. Then your push rods won't move and start rubbing really bad on the guide plates. But once you're there, you should be able to torque these down, and they'll pretty much stay where they're at. These are 50 foot-pounds. It says 50 to 55, but it's super easy. You'll torque these down, and that's it. That's all you gotta do for your guide plates. Let's do a quick second. Now we'll go over. Once these are torqued down, we'll run over some of these rockers. So when you throw these on, so these have a rounded side on the inside. You spin it around. You have the flat side. What you want to do is the rounded side down. That way your bolt comes on, and that poly lock will sit nice on the flat side. So flat side up, rounded side down. Not as hard as people make these seem. I know it's a lot, but as long as your push rod length is right, and I wish I had time right now. I'll make another video. I have to later, but these push rods are good, so I'm not going to make a video on doing that. But regardless, so imagine we torque down those studs to 50 foot-pounds. You'll get your poly locked. What you want to do is run this inside all the way out. That way it doesn't have its chance of touching. Right? And you just take these, you'll run them down. So you want to make sure that you're on the base of the camshaft, which would mean your push rod is as far down as it will possibly go. It's not getting lifted up by the cam at all. And then reach back here. You want to make sure you can spin your push rod. There's no up and down play. You want to barely get it to where there's no up and down play at all. All right, make sure that that inside Allen, which is going to be locking it in, it's not going to touch the bottom of the stud. And then once you have where you can't twist this by hand anymore, your push rod still barely turns, 0 lash. That's where you want to start. And then all you do is stick a wrench on here. You go from a quarter to 1 full turn. I do 3/4 of a turn all the way around just because it's in the middle of what everybody says to do. So you take this, say your wrench is strapping down. Here, I'll grab one real quick and we'll do it together. All right, so we'll start straight up and down, and then we'll preload. A half turn. All right, grab your Allen key. What I'll do is I'll run this down until it touches. And then I'll back it out. See, now that we're at half a turn, I went 3/4. We'll come over till it's just before 3/4. I want to tighten this down. And then do them both at the same time. That way it really locks it in there. And there you go. That's it. As long as your push rod length is correct, that's all you have to do. You're done. Do it for all of them. Make sure it's on the base circle. And have fun with it.